Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Jack Friedel Productions. Today I was going to talk about how Trevor the Traction Engine did for the Broncos last week, which was meh. But you know what? I figured just driving down here to go to the store. Look at that sunset. That's unbelievable. I mean, what the heck, right? Another month it'll be black out here, pitch black, which I can't stand. So, we'll talk quickly about Traction Engine and then tomorrow night's game between the Jets and the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. First, I keep calling him Trevor the Traction Engine because I think people get carried away with a guy who has one NFL start. He handled himself great. No, the Traction Engine had 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. He was mediocre at best. Made a couple of nice throws, but let's not get too excited and ahead of ourselves that we'll be fine with him. How do you know you're going to be fine? He's played 1 game and he threw 2 picks. Extrapolate, that's 16 touchdowns and 32 interceptions. That's horrific. That's almost worthy of when Vinny Testaverde played in '87, the only guy I can think of who sucked that much. I think he threw 30 picks. He was on a puke Tampa Bay team with those orange uniforms in 1987, and they were dreadful. He replaced Steve Young. Hey, who had a better career? Steve Young or Vinny Testaverde? Obviously it was Steve Young. Testaverde was okay later on in his career with the Jets, but it took him a long time to be decent. Probably 7 or 8 years in his career. But basically with Traction Engine, I'm just hoping that he can play a little bit better. You know, obviously I'm a Broncos fan, I'm going to root for him. But it's hard for me. I mean, I think they screwed up with Osweiler. I think in the long run they're going to say, we made a dumb mistake. As much as I think Osweiler was greedy, Elway looks dumb right now. Unless this kid Paxton Lynch eventually turns out to be who they think he is, and I'm hoping so too, it's going to be jury is out this year. Alright, still love that sunset. Clouds are kind of covering a little bit more, but hey, that's what it is. The sun's going down, right? And speaking of sunset, there's one team that their season is already sunset, and that's the Cleveland Browns. We knew they were going to be pretty bad, like they usually are, unfortunately. I feel bad for those people in Cleveland. Good people seeing a suck team. 2 winning seasons since 1999 when they came back into the NFL. That's dreadful. But anyways, Robert Griffin III comes in. His first game, he plays decent. They don't score a lot of points. I think they scored 10 points against, God, I don't remember. Whoever they played wasn't that great a team either. Oh, it was Philly with a rookie quarterback who actually did pretty well. He got his shoulder jammed at the end of the game. They put him on IR. Robert Griffin III is cursed for it, unfortunately. He's like with Tony Romo. These poor guys are getting hurt. No, they're not injury prone. They're just having bad luck. They're not pulling their hamstring or pulling their groin. They're getting smashed. It's not their fault that they get hurt. I feel bad for RG3. I want him to have a good season. I really do. I like the kid. Alright, there's the sunset on the Browns. In a couple minutes, it'll be all over. They're already not going to make the playoffs, most likely. Talking about tomorrow night's game, the Jets at Buffalo. Kenny O'Brien against Jim Kelly. Sorry. That's going back to 86, 87. Back when those teams were really good, especially the Bills. Freeman McNeil running back for the Jets and Thurman Thomas for Buffalo. 2 other excellent players. Now I'm doing the backup like a quarterback who backs up out of the pocket. Just make sure I don't fall on my ass so you guys can laugh at me big time. But getting back to the game, I'm not a big Buffalo fan because I think Tyrod Taylor is horrible. He throws the 2-inch passes. He's famous for 3rd and 7 throwing at 3 yards. I can't stand that. That aggravates me so much. You should be close to 10 yards of completion. He had 111 yards on 15 completions last year. Only 15 completions in the game, and they scored 7 points. What the hell was Rex Ryan doing? He's got his head in his tail. Their defense is good. Buffalo has a good front 7. They usually get pressure on the quarterback. I can't deny Rex is a good defensive coach. But I don't like their offense. I don't think they're going to score much. The Jets on offense, Mark Fitzpatrick, always do that, man. Ryan Fitzpatrick, John. Ryan, not Mark. Mark was a hockey player back in the day. Not him. Ryan Fitzpatrick. R-Y-A-N. Okay. Anyways, I'm glad we got that clear. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a pretty good quarterback. Last year, though, they came into Buffalo and he puked on himself in week 17 where he threw 3 picks when they could have made the playoffs. When they had a 10-6 record, they were going for 11-5. And he also played for Buffalo a few years ago. He was pretty good, sometimes inconsistent, but he's better than Tyrod Taylor. 2 excellent receivers, Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker. 2 former Broncos. I love both of them. I wish they still played for the Broncos. For reasons unknown, they're not there. They're very good. They can run the ball. Matt Forte, who came from Chicago, great free agent pickup, catching the ball out of the backfield. I like the Jets in this game, 24-20. I just don't think Buffalo score enough points. I'm probably giving them too much at 20, but the Jets defense had some shaky moments last week against a good Cincinnati team. But they still have Revis, still have Wilkerson, they have good defense as well. Both of these teams have good defenses. Offensively, the Jets are better. I'd be very disappointed if they don't win this game. The games at Pick'em are minus half point on either side, depending on the pool that you're in. You usually don't have games ending in a tie. We don't want the pools. Ties happen about once every 3 years. I can't remember the last one. I have to ask my son Matthew, who's not with me tonight, unfortunately. He's got school stuff to do. I wish he was here. But I'll probably have him on Friday of the weekend for the weekend picks as well. Alrighty. Another joke I did earlier today when I was walking along. I felt like I was on the Bee Gees walking along saying, staying alive, staying alive. These videos help me stay alive. Makes me happy. I enjoy myself. Hope you enjoyed watching them. See how foolish I acted. All of you have a wonderful evening.